So what are some of the pros and cons of using technology in the classroom?
I think the cons would be if you use the technology to okay, so here's an example. In my school, which is a very big school full of older people, like college kids, right? They put in this new technology about 10 years ago, and what it is it's this projector, and the projector to you guys probably isn't much of a new technology, but at some point it was a new technology, and it seemed like a revolution to people. And if you think about what a projector is, it's 786,432 points of light that will dance on command, right? That's what it is. It's amazing. And it's connected to the world. Like, you can connect it to the internet, and then it's connected to everything. And think what you can do with 786,432 points of light, right? And it turns out that what people have chosen to do time and time again is PowerPoint. And if you don't know how PowerPoint works, it's about the most debased thing you could possibly do with 486,000 or 786,000 points of light. Because what it does is it allows the teacher to sort of create this really kind of mundane and somewhat dumbed down summary of their ideas. The complexity goes away, and then all the students just try to memorize whatever goes up on that PowerPoint. And all learning is just out the window at that point, because then all you're doing is just memorizing so you can fill in the bubbles on the exam. So that's an example of how technology can be very bad in the classroom. On the other hand, there are a lot of reasons to embrace technology in the classroom. For one, you can do all sorts of amazing creative things with technology. The walls can start to come down. You can bring in all kinds of resources from outside. You can Skype experts in. You can access almost the entire database of human knowledge, and then you can create things and share them with the world. So in that respect, I think there's a lot of potential for technology. And of course, we live in a world full of technology, and we need people to understand what that really means. So bringing it into schools can help do that as well.
Kids my age don't know too much about anthropology. Can you tell us about that and digital ethnography?
Sure. I'm glad you asked, because most kids your age don't know what anthropology is. That's true. So anthropology is the study of all humans in all times and all places. Did you get that? It's everybody, everywhere. That's what we study. And usually what that means is that it turns out people already know a lot about most people in most places, but there's some really far out of the way places that people don't know much about at all. And that's why anthropologists tend to go to these really remote places to do their studies. So that's what I did. But then you asked about digital ethnography, and that's this whole other side of things, and that is like the reason why we go so far away is not just to learn about other people, but also to see ourselves in a new way. Because when you dive into another culture and you get to know this other culture, you suddenly get their perspective on us. And you can come back with a new perspective of who we are and how we relate to the world. And digital ethnography is a way of understanding how we relate to our technologies, our digital technologies, and how those technologies are changing us, or how we might be changing the world because of them. And that's what that's all about.